Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the NASCAR Report. I'm your host, Tyler White. Thanks for joining us tonight as we recap the exciting weekend NASCAR racing, beginning with the truck race on Saturday afternoon, the Career for Veterans 200 at Michigan. Johnny Sauter, your winner on Saturday. Congratulations, Johnny. His teammate, Matt Crafton, finished second, so a 1-2 finish for Thor Sport Racing. Ron Hornaday third, Taylor Mousom fourth, Kyle Busch fifth, Herman Quiroga sixth, Timothy Peters 7th, Jeb Burton 8th, Joey Coulter 9th, and Joe Nemechek 10th. Now, Johnny Sauter's been running good all season. My bold prediction is he will win way more races this year, and he will win the 2014 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Championship. Let's take a look back at his past seasons. 2011 has a very impressive season, wins the spring race at Martinsville, and wins at Homestead. But he finished second in the points to Austin Dillon. 2012 was a hangover season. Even though he swept both races at Texas, he did not have a very good season in 2012. And last year was a solid season. Top 10 in points, won at Daytona, won the spring race at Martinsville, and won at Talladega. This year he's on fire, and I'm predicting that he will win the Truck Series Championship this year. And a look at the point standings. Johnny Sauter the points leader, Matt Crafton in second, Ryan Blaney third, Ron Hornaday fourth, Darrell Wallace Jr. fifth, Herman Quiroga sixth, Timothy Peters seventh, Ben Kennedy eighth, Joey Coulter ninth, and Jeb Burton 10th. And now look at the nationwide race on Saturday afternoon. The Nationwide Children's Hospital 200 from Mid-Ohio. Chris Buescher picks up his first career NASCAR Nationwide Series victory. Congratulations, Chris. Regan Smith second, Brian Scott third, Chase Elliott fourth, Alex Tagliani, I hope I pronounced that name right, he finished fifth. Justin Marks in his nationwide debut, he finishes sixth. Elliott Sadler seventh, Dylan Kwasniewski eighth, Trevor Bay ninth, and Dakota Armstrong 10th. My bold prediction is Chris Buescher will win way more races this year. I think he'll pick up one more win this year, but win way more races in 2015, and he'll be a serious threat for the championship next year. Just watch out, folks. That's my bold prediction. A look now at the NASCAR Nationwide Series point standings. Chase Elliott, the points leader. Regan Smith second, Elliott Sadler third, Ty Dillon fourth, Brian Scott fifth, Trevor Baynes sixth, Chris Buescher seventh, Brendan Gaughan eighth, Ryan Reed ninth, and James Buescher 10th. Now, Chase Elliott, Regan Smith, and Elliott Sadler, they've been impressing us all season long, and all three of them had a very good finish, a very good race Saturday afternoon. My bold prediction is if they can get another good finish at Bristol, I'm talking about all three drivers, if they can get a good finish Friday night at Bristol, then they will be battling each other all year long for the championship. It'll be a close one. But if one of them crashes out early or has problems during the race, it's over, and the other two guys could take it away, or maybe even the other guy, just one of them. So, and if all three of them are taken out early, then it's over for all three of them. So, all three of them, they need to have at least another good finish at Bristol on Friday night if all three of them are going to expect them to be in the championship race at Homestead going for the championship. And a look at yesterday's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Pure Michigan 400 for the 91st time in its historic 22-year career in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. For the third time this season, and for the third time at Michigan, Jeff Gordon is your winner. Congratulations, Jeff. Kevin Harvick second, Joey Logano third, Paul Menard fourth, Dale Earnhardt Jr. fifth, Clint Boyer sixth, Denny Hamlin seventh, Brad Keselowski eighth, Jimmy Johnson ninth, and Greg Biffle 10th. Now, Jeff Gordon won at Kansas, won at Indianapolis, and won at Michigan. Those three tracks are also three of the 6 tracks that he won at when he won his last championship in 2001. Now, he's 43 years old. That's also how old Dale Earnhardt Sr. was when he won his 7th championship in 1994. 2 years before that, in 1992, Dale Earnhardt Sr. had the worst season of his career. No wins, finished 15th, I believe, in the final point standings. After that, everyone says, oh, he'll retire with 5 championships. He won't be back. 1993, dominates the entire season, finishes and wins his 6th championship, I should say, and then won his record-tying 7th championship in 1994, tying Richard Petty for the most. I believe at age 43, Jeff Gordon can win his 5th championship this year and possibly win at least one more in 2015. And I think it would be really special if Jeff Gordon wins the championship this year, because back then when he dominated the sport in the mid-90s and 2000s, he was young, very young, and a lot of drivers, a lot of people were like, wow, look at this kid. The domination Jeff Gordon had in the mid-90s and early 2000s is the same domination that moved over to Jimmy Johnson. But now, Jeff Gordon, at 43, he's reaching the end of his career. And I think it would mean a lot to him if he wins his 5th championship this year and maybe win another one in the near future. Even though he's proud of his 4 championships, I guarantee you this, he at least wants to win 1 or 2 more championships before he decides to retire. A look now at the point standings. Jeff Gordon retakes the points lead. Dale Earnhardt Jr. drops to 2nd. Brad Keselowski 3rd. Joey Logano 4th. Matt Kenseth 5th. Kevin Harvick 6th. Jimmy Johnson 7th. Carl Edwards 8th. Ryan Newman 9th. And Clint Bowyer 10th. And now the race weekend starts Wednesday night at Bristol for the University of Northern Ohio 200 on Fox Sports 1 for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. You can coverage begins with the setup at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. 2 drivers you need to watch out for on Wednesday night. Kyle Busch is one of them. We know how dominant he is at Bristol in all 3 of NASCAR's National Touring Series. But another guy to watch out for, Timothy Peters. He won this race in 2012 and came very close to winning this race last year, but crashed early, or spun out and wrecked coming to the finish line. Those are the 2 guys to watch out for Wednesday night at Bristol. That's my bold prediction. And now a weather forecast for Wednesday night's race, coming to you from NBC affiliate WBIR Channel 10 in Knoxville. A 50% chance of rain early in the day, but decreasing to a 40% chance of rain at night, a low of 67. So a very good chance of rain during the daytime on Wednesday, but that should be out of here Wednesday night is what they're predicting. So should be a beautiful American night to watch the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race. Now there is a possible threat of rain during the week at Bristol, but we'll talk more about it on Friday's show. And another thing before we close tonight, I want to talk about the 2 Olympic gold medalists in skating that gave the command Sunday. Let me just say, that was the worst command I've ever heard. Drivers, start your engine. That was terrible. They sounded like they were at a golf tournament. Let me just explain this. When you give the command to start engines at a NASCAR race, you don't sound like you're at a golf tournament. You sound excited. You sound like you're pumped to be there. You're happy to be there. This is how you're supposed to give the command. Drivers, start your engines! You get excited. You get into it. Heck, look what Adam Sandler, Kevin James, and Shaquille O'Neal did last year at the Coke 0400 at Daytona. They sang the command. And a lot of people thought it was entertaining. I thought it was pretty funny myself, I'll tell you that. But you just don't sound bored. You get excited when you give the command to start engines. Now, I don't know if they watched the NASCAR race before or not, but they should have looked on YouTube how to get a NASCAR race started before they gave the command. I don't know what happened there. Alright, that's our show tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler White. We'll be back here Friday to recap the truck race. Plus, we'll get you ready for the Nationwide Series and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Bristol, with the Nationwide Series being on Friday night, the Cup race being on Saturday night. We'll show you what you can expect. We'll take a look back at a very classic NASCAR moment back in 1999. Plus, our friends at WBR Channel 10, the NBC affiliate in Knoxville, will give us another weather report for the Nationwide and Sprint Cup Series. Plus, if there are any new developments going on in the world of NASCAR, we'll be right here to let you know about them. Until then, this is Tyler White reminding you, for you to do unto others, you have to do unto you. See you next time on the NASCAR Report, everybody. Have a good night.